One way or round trip, sweetheart? The chubby woman with wire-rimmed glasses stared at Abby, who was continually glancing over her shoulder. In the depths of her soul, Abby wondered how long it would be before they found her. She whipped her head around to the woman behind the counter and slid the money across to her. One way, she answered, hoping that the money she provided was enough to get her out of this place. You traveling alone? The woman asked, leaning over to reach for the cash on the counter. Abby nodded as her eyes flicked to and fro. It's a standard condition of all loans I give out in amounts of $1 million or more. I made sure he understood exactly what I was asking for. He would kill an enemy of mine, and I would gather irrefutable proof that he was guilty. Then I would keep this proof until his debt was paid off. And he did it, Miss Johnson. It was all too much to accept at once. My dad? My sweet old dad who always tried to talk things out with reason? My dad who managed a grocery store? Why are you here? The necklace. Hank glanced at it dangling from Ty's hand. Ty moved slowly over to Abby and handed it to her. Without delay, Abby snatched it from Ty and shoved it into her pocket. Well, you can go back and tell your mistress it failed. Hank's laughter caught Abby off guard as it filled the room. She stole a glance at Luke, then Ty, before turning her gaze back to Hank. It calls to all of us, Hank sneered. Crap. Ty's hand jolted out to Abby. Give it to me. Why? Abby asked, stepping away. Wonderful woman, your mother. Kinder than the sort you usually see in our circles. He folded his hands on the table and watched me with beady, unblinking eyes. Heard her oldest just got back into town from an extended vacation. Yeah, I said with a frown. You could say that. He nodded slowly. Real shame what happened to her. Shouldn't have been done. Something about that wording seemed off to me. She frowned and put her hand on my forehead. Well, she said cautiously, you don't have much of a fever. Do you really feel like you're okay with going out? Mm-hmm. That was a lie. I felt like garbage, but I hated the idea of being alone too much to acknowledge it. In that case, maybe... Latasha. Dad stepped into the room and stared at us critically. Shouldn't you be going? And Roger, shouldn't you be in bed? Well, I was thinking of taking him with me, Mom said, holding me a little closer. What? He's sick as a dog. You can't take him to a party like that.